Do you know this guy?
Yep.
No clue who this man is.
I don't know, but the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission has flagged a social media investment promotion linked to an individual resembling someone previously associated with the Trillions investment scheme, which was subject to prior advisory. The TTSEC said neither the Forever Well project nor Trillion Systems are registered with the Commission, and as a result are not authorized to conduct any regulated activities under the Securities Act, including offering investment opportunities to the public. TTSEC is aware of a certain recent investment promotional activity circulating on social media platforms relating to an investment project called Forever Well Project, including TikTok at Forever Well Project and Telegram at Forever Well Project. And they basically tied back to one of the people who was in the Trillions thing.
I mean, I'm now looking at it here on TikTok. Well, the account private now, but yeah. Is
Okay. Let me kind of dial it back to where what we found out the last time is that no matter what happens, there will be people on these social media platforms who will be attracted to these things, right? But what is the strategy that these people use to catch people? Is it that, because in my limited, very, very, very limited knowledge of it, because I never follow any of them, I don't even see them. The few times I do go on social media, I never see one. Is it that they just hold one set of stacks of 100 and count it in front of you, and then you just be like, how do I get that?
There's a whole strategy and performance. They won't count it. They'll have like a stack of hundreds here, then they'll talk to you about join the program, you get 10%. I am on the weekly and a compound. Then they'll show a spreadsheet. Week 1, week 50.
A spreadsheet.
See, week 1, 500, week 50, 5 million. Cause every time you get your payout 10%, you reinvest it.
Yeah.
You put the money back in, and by the time week 50, you'll have 5 million. And people, it are a lot of, I don't know what to say, a lot of people, I don't know what to say, what type of people, but a lot of people would see that spreadsheet, see the person talking, see the money, and they would
be enticed.
They would be enticed. There are some people that know it's a scheme, and they know that, there's a chance they're going to lose their money, but if you get in early enough, you'll actually make something, you'll actually get your 10%, 20%. So it had that group of people, then it had a next group of people who just actually get caught and caught in it, because they probably genuinely believe, okay, I could actually make this type of money. And they will go and take out loan, borrow money from people, and our next part of the scheme will be like, you're putting your money in the banks they gain money back, returns or whatever, bring your money here and you get a little
kind of
10%,
rage against
20%.
The system, like
so it's a whole strategy and performance, and
but like, okay, why I never meet another human being that did it? Is it that the people that I talk to are not susceptible to this? Michaela, you ever meet anybody like who get even enticed about this or ask a question about it? Let me tell you, when people start asking questions, at that time when I had the flower, the DSS flower, DSS, the flower thing, right? I met a lot of people who asked me questions about it and was like, how this flower thing does work? Explain the maths to me. And I was like, well, the maths is a failing pyramid. It's not going to last, because at some point in time it will dry up and the people at the bottom will get shafted the most. And I explained that to them. But with this Trillions thing, the only time I ever heard about it was from you, Hakeem, because you pointed it out to me that it was on social media, and you and Shivam had a long conversation about it. But I don't roll in any circles that anybody else see this. Michaela, you have any friends?
I didn't even hear about it. Like, I didn't hear about the flowers one until it bust. Like, these things don't even remotely fly on my radar. The only time something flew on my radar like that is I went to some conference, and one of the booths, they had a lady that was talking to me basically about the same thing, and she was trying to like get me to sign up. And in my head, I'm like, how did you even get in this building? Who let you and this company in the building? What? Ma'am, this maths does not make any sort of sense. Okay. Thanks though. I was so confused as to how did this company get enough money to register to have a booth in this event? Who vetted them? Nobody vet these people. You're just letting any and everybody in? Okay. All right.
How much followers the account have, Akim, when you check?
This new one had like 3,000, but in the height of their stuff, it was in the tens of thousands. I can't remember how much exactly. But yeah.
And this is the same reason, or Trillions was the same reason they put a ban on crypto.
Well, part of it, it had other schemes as well. That was allegedly scamming people out of them. It had one called Get XL. Similar thing. You put money
was talking
in
about it.
Yeah.
So it have no way that we could report. No. Okay, from a technical perspective, the social media company has no responsibility for this, right? Because they could allow anybody to create an account. But you can report accounts and say that they're like fraudulent, or they do this, or they do all of those sort of things. And why don't we just report these accounts and just...
Because you have to look at how much people are going to be reporting versus how much people who actually want to invest and work with it. So which number larger? I was even looking at the newer stuff, and in the comments, people are asking, how do I sign up? I need more information. Where's your number? You ain't answering your phone. So it's a lot of people, despite everything that happened over the past 3-4 years, that's still interested in it.
Because they oblivious to it. They never heard of it.
No. It has some people still asking. So when I get back my return from last year or year before, if I join now, I will get my return. I was like, you ready? I don't know.
I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. Because I don't
chop us up to greed.
I don't consider myself to be...
desperation to echo.
Okay.
A lot of people lost.
Unemployed and lost their jobs. And
not that they lost a lot of money in this. Like people, like when you're stuck.
So you lost a lot of money where you go back to another one?
I don't know. That people lose 500,000, 100,000.
Yeah, but I don't consider myself to be like extremely super duper intelligent and better than anybody else when it comes to making decisions about things on social media, right? But I just think like if it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, somebody showed you that it was a duck, they do a DNA test on the duck and they prove that it's a duck. If another duck come out, you should be like, oh, that's a duck.
And it's not just social media too, it's like word of mouth. Like somebody would do, like what does do too? Yeah. In the beginning, people that sign up, they will get you. They'll put 2,000, get back 10,000.
So like they'll have like evangelists for it.
Yeah. So then people will be like, hey, go and talk to the family, the friends, be like, hey, put in a 2,000, I get 10,000 back. You put back, and then after 9 out of 10 times they'll take that same 10,000 and put it back in, and they might get a return, and then after that 2 times they'll be like, right, let me go and borrow some money, take a loan and come back with 50,000, 60,000 and lose it.
Alright, let me take this back to Organo Gold. You remember Organo Gold? The coffee?
Yeah.
McKellar.
I heard about coffee, but what about it?
Like you remember you know Herbalife, the whole Herbalife way kinda
McKellar, she would not be around them times. Organo Gold is the closest thing that McKellar might be able to remember. That would have been like 2015, 16. And they used to invite you to these conferences. They would book out a whole hall in UE or some kind of thing like that. And they'd have somebody talking about how they invested and how they started and how they're working under this person, and this person is a diamond and that one is a gold and whatnot. And you basically have to get two people. When you get two people to sell, you would now become a distributor to them and you will make a profit. And then now they have to get two other people to distribute to and then distribute. And it was like one of the largest ever pyramid schemes in the whole world. They had websites, they had different countries, they had
I think I've heard about that, yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then one day, Organo Gold just vanish. Scrub from the internet. You can't even find it on the Wayback Machine. I don't know, all of the websites, every single thing gone, because they encourage people to create their own websites. They was giving you like a template, all kind of things. And I know a lot of people who were selling the Organo Gold, and they were just, it was coffee. People love coffee. And it was making it, but there was a definite pyramid involved. But no country could stop them because people was actually making money.
Yeah, I remember. Like I now start working fresh out of university, and random people used to just come up there, and I mean they're looking presentable.
Yes.
Like just in the street, random people will come up there and ask you about coffee. I was like,
how you feel about coffee and that kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And you used to have people used to have meetings at their house. I get invited to real meetings. They have a projector and they have a slide deck that they provide you with and all kind of things. So it was real, very, very organized and structured, and it was profitable for a lot of people.
Those are more recent. I don't know if you heard about this one, Makala, the iMarkets Live thing. You know about that one.
No.
This fella now get a lawsuit, Marcos. That's the one who was on social media. That was.
Well, you know Marcos.
Nope.
No, okay, nah, you wouldn't know Marcos. He used to be on social media and he used to be asking people a question if I could give you $100 or double it and give it to somebody else. And he used to act like he was a vagrant in front of the mall. And and if somebody actually gave him the dollar, he would give them $1,000 because they were nice. And that kind of thing. Right. So it was like kind of like a social experimenting. And then it turns out he was one of them kind of investment people who was getting you to invest in some sort of product or some kind of thing like that.
He used to sell courses.
Yeah. Well, courses, and it had this kind of spray thing too, where it spray it in your mouth and you get all the vitamins I need for you or some kind of drama like that, right? But he ended up defaulting in court for $500,000 because he gets sued, of course, and that kind of thing. So
we had that.
The problem, the thing about it, the reason why we have to talk about it is because social media is the vehicle for these things now. And once you get enough following and people follow up, you send them to a Telegram group, and then when you send them to the Telegram group, you know you win. Because once you get them inside the Telegram group, you're able to send messages to them that day. Because social media, they will see it pop up on their feed, but the algorithm controls that. But once you get them in a Telegram group, that's direct messaging. And once you see that Telegram come up, run fast. I have Telegram installed on my phone for educational purposes only, and I just feel so dirty whenever.
I was thinking, it'd be interesting. That's to join the group to see what.
That was Shivam. Let's do for fun.
Shivam does that, but I don't have time to. Long time I'd probably do that, but no.
Shivam does do that for fun. I'll probably ask him, but yeah, these schemes, social media. Social media is so good. It's so useful, but boy, like when it bad, boy.
Yeah.
It could damage a good few lives because of lack of knowledge. But it all depends on what you see and like how you see it. And same thing with DLSS 5. How you perceive graphics should be is how we're gonna segue into this next part. All you gamers out there, this is for you.